just about packed up. And yeah, just over 6 miles to go. And that'll be it. Unbelievable. Absolutely flown by, as it always seems to do. So yeah, stick my tent away, last few bits, and away we go. So this was it, packing up for the last time, on the trail at least. It does seem a little funny to be actually using a clip of myself on the screen doing the packing up. Yeah, the tripod was out, first time on the entire trip, day 6. Ridiculous, but better late than never, I suppose. Headed off from the Bothy and my campsite just next door to the Bothy. Weather was smashing, really nice, no wind, no rain, nothing, bit overcast. But no, it was absolutely beautiful. Hence allowed me to have the tripod at the ready. Slept pretty good as well. Something that I don't generally do when I'm out on the trail. Not quite sure what the reasons are for it. I've got a, lovely, comfy sleeping pad. I always put it down to like the excitement. I think I just get really giddy about the next day's walking. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what it is. Figured I'd just take my time. No rush, obviously. 6 miles, it's nothing. Certainly over the terrain that I was going over, absolutely nothing at all. So yeah, just chilled, as I say, got some shots with the tripod, and yeah, just meandered along. My check-in time was only 3 PM at my digs in Aviemore anyway, so obviously didn't want to get there too early. I'd just be wandering the streets of Aviemore aimlessly, I guess. As it turned out, they did actually let me in a bit before that, but wasn't to know that at the time. And yeah, I was thoroughly enjoying the, just ambling along. I didn't actually use a water filter for the whole of the trip. Didn't even take one with me, which is the first time ever. I've had a little life straw thing, which I've used for quite a few years, which is pretty cool, but can be a bit hard to, You have to like stick it in a water source, and can be quite hard work to get anything out of it. Just before the Sky trip though, I had bought a Sawyer Mini, which is a pretty cool piece of kit, apart from the fact that, this is it here, it pretty much bust on me and started leaking all over the show. Just about the first time I used it. You can see all the tape that I've kind of put round it. But yeah, no, just like coming out everywhere. So I suppose that's a bit naff, really. I didn't squeeze it too hard either, because it does say, you know, don't absolutely force it down. But I honestly didn't, and yeah, it bust on me anyway. So, not thrilled with that, I suppose. Probably should have sent it back. Don't quite know how I've still got it there. If anyone from Sawyer's watching, I'm very displeased with your product. But yeah, just use the little tablets, water cleansing tablets, or whatever they're called. So you just pop one in there. I think it's one for every litre of water. Stick one in there. I think you're meant to leave it half an hour. So definitely no hardship. Didn't have any dodgy stomach or anything like that. No worse than usual anyway, throughout the trip. So yeah, all worked well enough without the mither of carrying something else, particularly something else that just leaks everywhere. Actually a really nice little path this. This is Loch Gamna. Again, not sure if that's how you say it. It's got a H in it. Gamna. Still got our way markers. That one looks a bit like somebody's had a headshot stood in front of the post. Dare I say that some of these clips look almost, quite professional. Not quite, but almost. Just a shame about the rest of it, really, isn't it? I mean, it's shots like these that, you know, look pretty cool, I reckon. But I do just think they'd have been really tough to get, certainly in the first few days, on any kind of regular basis, just because of the weather and the, you know, relatively limited hours of daylight that you've got when you're walking in the winter. It would have just been tough, but again, maybe I was just being lazy. There's one of the guys on YouTube who I watch regular, absolutely love his stuff, and I'm going to mention him again a little bit later on. It's John from Hounds of Howlgate, and his Cape Wrath videos, if you've never seen them, I strongly suggest you watch them. Even if you've got no plans to do the Cape Wrath Trail, they're just brilliant. But in terms of like getting the tripod out and setting up a shot, I mean, John is just hardcore, really hardcore. He does ones there where he's got a gorgeous dog called Moss, who he goes on all his walks with, and you'll see him carrying Moss over a pretty serious river crossing, and obviously his camera's on this side, so he'll take Moss over to that side, but then clearly he's got to go back and get his camera. I mean, that is serious to the filmmaking cause. That I can only salute John. I know other people do it as well, but that one, particularly in the Cape Wrath videos, just really stood out. You know, yeah, fair play to you, man. That is seriously going out your way to get some good footage. Can't fault you, and just makes me feel a bit pathetic for not bothering on my trip. This place was really cool, really cool. Loch Eileen. Don't know if I'm saying that. Come on, Eileen, whatever. Loch Eileen Castle. So it's, yeah, just this little castle built right on this island in the middle of a loch. I was reading that apparently it used to have like a causeway that went across, but that's totally gone. That's been swallowed up or demolished or whatever. But yeah, really cool place. I was saying it's from the 14th century. Somewhere where supposedly they sent like thieves and vagabonds, not sent them there, people went there to kind of protect themselves from all these dodgy characters who must have been roaming about in the 14th century. But yeah, proper cool. It's funny because I didn't even notice it at first. I kind of stopped just for a little break there, and at first I just thought it was a little island there, and then yeah, just noticed, wow, there's a castle there. Cool. I should probably take my glasses with me when I go on these walks. Coming across more people at this point, out with dogs, out having a little walk with the little uns, whatever. But yeah, definitely civilization, fast approaching, lots of benches next to the locks and the rivers. But still so pretty, really pretty. But yeah, could definitely tell that we weren't too far away from the end now.
Getting closer and closer to the end now. Not far to go at all.
It really was proper lovely, this section of the walk, and I don't know why, but for some reason it sort of surprised me. I wasn't expecting, you know, the last few miles just to be a bit but it wasn't at all. It was really nice. I think it's possibly comparing it to the Great Glen, and I just need to be a bit careful because I know I've mentioned the Great Glen a few times, almost a bit disparagingly, and I don't mean to do that at all. It was a fabulous walk. But yeah, on the Great Glen, obviously you've got the outskirts and suburbs of either Fort William or Inverness, depending which direction of travel you go in. And you know, neither of them are horrible by any stretch. So you know, anyone who lives there, don't get upset at me. But you know, compared to what you see on the rest of the walks properly, yeah, they're just a bit of a come down after what you've seen already. But oh, this pretty much up until like a mile away, maybe a little bit more. It was just really nice, just really pleasant walking. Yeah, loved it. It was all good for the last day, and yeah, and getting closer with every step.
Telephone wires. Civilization nearly here. You can hear the cars. Tell you what, absolutely starving. All I've had this morning was one of them Belvita biscuit things. It was nice, it's just like a chocolate chip cookie really. But oh my god, I am absolutely famished. So I'm gonna devour something, maybe several things. Let's get into Aviemore. There's our nice friendly guiding orange blobs. There's another one, just in case you missed that one. No, I'm taking the meg, but they're pretty good actually. They are handy. Like I said before, I'm assuming it was, or it would have been, Kevin, the chap who did the guidebook, who's done them. Maybe not, don't know. Well, that's what you'd figure. book's orange as well, you see, the cover of the book, so. Aviemore's just over there. Yeah, I'm going to be walking down the road. Oh yes. Honestly, you would not believe how amazing it tasted. It was phenomenal. Me and Aid had actually eaten at this place when we last went to Glenfeshire when we were doing the Bothy tour. And it was just as marvellous then. Although I think I needed it more on this day than I possibly did then. Maybe not, I'm always hungry. But yeah, sent Aid that little clip at the time as well, you know, oh, look what you're missing. Yeah, dead nice, Anna, really nice. What a lovely thing to do. And yeah, that was it, finished. East Highland Way, done. Couple of bits missed off, as I've mentioned in the previous videos. Little bits added on as well, so they hopefully balance each other out. But yeah, all finished. Sadly, there's not actually some kind of marker like you have in Fort William or in Mulgai for the West Highland Way to tell you that this is the end or the beginning. So yeah, that's something people in Aviemore, the council, whatever, you should maybe think about that. Digs for the night was a lovely place, really nice place called the Balaboolin, I think it was called. But yeah, really nice, it's a typical kind of pub type place with rooms upstairs. Room was gorgeous, it had YouTube on there, so I was actually able to watch Sebastian's videos again. When you've just finished something and you want to have a look and like compare. That was when I saw the about the beach on Lagan Loch Lagan even. But yeah, lovely room, dead nice place. Had a pizza that night, which was honestly out of this world. And I know I do some gushing anyway about food, but this was truly special. Really was good, really was good. Saturday morning, and just about to get the train home from Aviemore. Had a fantastic journey home, as every trip on the trains or the buses through Scotland seems to be. Superlative scenery, just really nice, constantly looking out the window. Didn't even need to put my headphones on, listen to some music, quite happy. Just staring out, even though the weather was a bit grim at this point. Fantastic trip overall, really enjoyed it. A couple of
couple of downers with obviously with Aid not being able to finish, but met some lovely people, and yeah, really enjoyed it. I've definitely got the bug in terms of the filming of the trip and putting this video together. I've had great fun doing it, really enjoyed it, and it kind of gives you, just adds another dimension to the trip itself. And just knowing that you're going to have, you're not just going to be relying on your memory to relive those great moments. Yeah, it's really good. I'm definitely going to do it again. Genuinely hope some of you have found the videos interesting and maybe helpful even in some ways. I'm a massive fan of watching these kind of vids on YouTube. I mentioned Sebastian with his series of videos on there. I found them really useful, really helpful. One chap who I've just got to give a mention to, I've briefly mentioned him before, is John, who does Hounds of Howgate even. I really don't like to use the word inspiration. Always just kind of reminds me, when these like actors and that get up and accept BAFTAs or Oscars and stuff, and they just start going on about, oh, so and so was such an inspiration, there. I hate it. But no, I'm gonna have to say John definitely, with the videos he's got on there, has kind of been an inspiration for me to do this. I mentioned his Cape Wrath videos, he's done Sky Trail, West Highland Way, he's got all sorts of stuff on there, and he just goes out of his way to really put such a huge amount of effort and information into the vids. They're just absolutely brilliant. And to top it off, obviously you can correspond with people on YouTube. I sent him a message and I was just talking about how I was going to try and do a YouTube channel, put some videos on there, and said any advice you could give me would be great. I swear to God, he wrote on there pretty much an essay. Loads of advice, loads of tips, just really, really helpful stuff. And yeah, I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. No reason for him to do that. I mean, it was massive. It was just this wealth of information. And I just, as I say, I just thought that was such a nice thing to do. So, John, if you're watching, man, really appreciated that. And I've probably ignored most of your advice, as you can probably tell from these dreadful videos. But it was honest, it was really cool, you man. I totally appreciate it, and keep up the great videos. As I say, this definitely isn't going to be the end of my YouTube videos. Really, really enjoyed this, so I'm gonna bombard YouTube with all kinds of stuff, gear reviews. I'll do some stuff on the the day hikes or overnight hikes that I do. Yeah, man, I'm definitely into this. It's fun, and I hope there's maybe one or two of you out there who might have also enjoyed it. Doubtful, but yeah, getting back to the East Highland Way itself, honestly, fabulous route. Enjoyed it. Kevin, again, don't know if you're watching, but if you are, mate, you should be really proud of yourself. I think it's a fantastic route. I will definitely actually try and get back to do the section I missed. I'd walk the whole thing again, I'll be honest. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's really good. So yeah, I would do it all again. Anyone who's watched this video, massive thank you. As I say, hope you've took something out of it or got a bit of enjoyment. Really appreciate you plodding through it. I suppose I guess just from watching other videos as well, this is the bit where you're supposed to say hit the like and the subscribe. Feel free to do that. honestly don't really even know. I think I get the subscribe thing. It just means that you get like a message telling you when somebody else puts a video on there, I think. That's the way it seems to work with hounds anyway, and another couple of people. But yeah, if you want to do that, please do. As I say, I'm going to be sticking more stuff on here. So yeah, all good. Until the next time, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you soon. You take it easy and get out there, get walking, get in the wild, man.